record. Hey everybody, my name is Matt McGill, and if I have not met you yet, I am the high school pastor here at Mariners Church. First of all, just want to say I am so glad that you're in a life group and that you showed up this week. Way to go. I am proud of you. You are awesome, and I think it's fantastic that you're here. If you were a king, I know you think about this all the time. If you were a king in ancient times and you sent your army off to go fight a battle, if that army, if they won, they would send a messenger back to share, to proclaim the good news that they won. And the word for that in ancient times was gospel. So why do I share that with you? Well, tonight, as we continue to look at the life of Jesus, tonight we're talking about what does the gospel mean? What was Jesus' gospel as he shared it, as he described his mission, as he explained it to other people? So tonight you're going to look at a longer passage from Luke 4. I'm going to read just a small snippet of it, and let me set the stage. So it is the day of worship for the Jews, which is a Saturday, and Jesus shows up to the synagogue, which is kind of like a church for the Jews, and it's his turn to do the Bible reading. They often rotated who did the Bible reading and who did the sharing, and so it was Jesus's turn. And here's what he reads. It says this: "The Spirit of the Lord is on me, because he has anointed me to proclaim the good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim freedom for the prisoners and recovery of sight for the blind, and also to set the oppressed free, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor." So I cut this passage really, really short, and if you see what happens right after it, it is amazing and mind-boggling and turns the world upside down and inside out, and actually kind of made some people mad, but you'll look at that on your own. And as we try to understand the gospel here, I just want to pull out a few things. And the first thing that we need to understand, the most important thing from this passage that we need to understand is who the gospel is for. And so Jesus makes it really, really clear that he was sent, that the gospel is for the poor, it's for the prisoners, it's for the blind, and it's for the oppressed. And these are people that, if you were to put them all under one umbrella, the best word I can come up with is marginalized, where they're kind of out on the edges, the fringes of society. And the reality is that the gospel is for these people. Now, maybe you're thinking for a second, isn't the gospel for everyone? And of course, yes, the gospel is for everyone. I mean, Jesus was talking to a room full of people that most of which, or all of which, didn't fit into these categories of poor, of being in prison, being blind or disabled, living with a disability in some way, or oppressed. Like Jesus was talking to these people about the fact that the gospel is for everyone. But hey, guess what? We need to remember the people we usually don't remember. Like, why would Jesus say this? If the gospel is for everyone, why would he just mention a small slice of humanity? And the reason why he does this is because it is so easy for us to be focused on the cute and the fun and the popular or the powerful. And these are the people that we focus on. These are the people that are the main event in our lives. And the reality is that there are people in a lot of pain, and people that are experiencing a lot of hardship and a lot of difficulty. And a lot of times it's so easy for us to live with blinders. We're focused on the main event and we forget the marginalized. The reality is the gospel, the truth, the good news that we proclaim, that Jesus proclaimed first and that we proclaimed, well, that is for everyone. And that is for everyone. It's not just for us, and it's not just for the people that we think are important. The reality is that God thinks everyone is important. And so as you look at this passage tonight as a group, and there's a bunch of questions, a bunch of things that you'll look at, I really want you to focus on two things. The first is who is the gospel for, which I just talked about. And the second one is really, could you as a group work together to come up with like a definition of what is the gospel? And so I talked about the first one. I didn't talk about the second thing. I'll let you do that as a group. And just by way of encouragement, have fun tonight, have great conversations, love each other well, and just know that I'm praying for you. Have a great night.